Antonio Mejorado, and this tutorial is to understand uh, how to use an array of characters and the way we can use the array of characters as a string, as if it were a string. See this example. Here you have an array of characters, CR values 1, with 6 characters with the word hello, and another array of characters named CR values 2 with 6 characters and everything separated as a character. It's very important when you define an array of characters and you want to use them as a string to have at least the last character to be a null character. A null character is the character \0. So in this case, these two arrays are the same. So if we display the whole array CR values 1 and the whole array CR values 2 will be the same. So if I compile and execute the program, you will see the same display. Okay, so you may use the whole array as a string, or you may use, if you want, let me use a loop. I could use a loop to display the whole array. So it has to be I using an index that begins with 0 and goes until, in this case, 5. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I define 6. So 0, 1, no, sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this is the 6th, okay? So from 0 to 5, I will display cout, sorry, CR values 1, brackets, brackets I. So if I compile this program and run, I have a mistake that says that expected semicolon. Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot to increment II. I didn't review my program. Okay, I compile the program, I execute it, and you will see that I display hello too with the same 4. Okay, so we may use an array of characters as a string by just displaying the name. Okay, and we can play with the array of characters by displaying from the, for example, from the last character until the first one. Okay, let me put an end line here to see better the result. So now if I compile and I execute it, so here you have something weird, right? So I'm using something wrong in my array, and that is something that can happen to you. I try to display and I initialize in CR values 1, 5, and that displays a \0. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that was my mistake. So that has to be 4. Okay, let me see if I compile the program and execute it again. No, something is wrong still. Oh yeah, I saw my, okay, sorry, I see my problem. Yeah, I didn't decrement. Okay, so you gotta be careful whenever you're using arrays and arrays of characters. So it's not compiling. Yeah, it's compiling, it's executing, and there you see. Okay, so I began with number 4, so I should begin with 5. That's it. So yeah, it's hello. Actually 5 is the backslash 0. So the backslash 0 is the null character. That's why I didn't display anything at all. So if you see, this is 0 and CR value is 1. This is 0, the age, then E is 1, L, 2, L, 3, O, 4, and 5 is the backslash 0. So I have to begin with 4, and it has to be greater than or equal 0 to display the whole word, but in backwards. Okay, there you go. So this is the first array CR values, and then the second array CR values 2, but then the CR values one is displayed backwards. So, and that was using my loop since 4 until 0. Okay, so we have to be careful anytime we're using array of characters as a string, like in this example, because we have to be sure that we have initialized with well, in this time when we are using the array as this. Okay, so when you are using the array with this initialization, this means that at the end there is a null character, so you will have only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different characters. But this is the other initialization when you initialize by characters, and if you want to use that array of characters as a string, be sure that you have initialized with the last character is initialized to backslash 0. Otherwise you will have troubles. Okay, because if I don't define this one, okay, and I try to display CR values too, I will delete this thing, okay, for you to see the example. So if I execute it, well in this case because I already initialized the character in memory, there is a backslash 0. Okay, but if it's not, you may display a lot of things. Okay, so we have to be careful. The initialization should be with the last character with the backslash 0. Okay, well, I hope you have learned a little more in the array of characters. Next video we will talk a little on the use of strings. Okay, see you guys. Bye bye.